I answered for you. You don't have to answer.
Okay.
And we're live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the World of Gray podcast. In a society divided by black and white arguments, we are here to help you explore the world of gray. I am Clone of Cougar Meat, Kid Colin Cutler.
I am the Flow, Mike Chisholm. It is a pleasure to see you, my friend. I don't see you enough, and I'm glad that we have this standing invitation to see each other each week. But don't worry, as time passes, it will expand.
Yeah, I botched the intro there, but that's all right. Today we are talking about the holiday season. Is the holiday season bullshit? Is it just a corporate money grab, or is it a necessary tradition to keep our culture intact?
Or our economy intact.
Also, what about all the other holidays that are out there other than Christmas, right?
Yeah.
What about the political correctness reach now where people don't want you to say Christmas? Or is that even true? Like, so
Donald Trump wants you to say Christmas.
Yes, he does. Yeah, our sweaters are awesome, Rob.
Holiday
Yes,
sweaters.
Chisholm was laughing because when he walked in, I looked at his sweater and said, "Well played," and then went and got my sweater.
I also like to say well played, and I've got Mario and Luigi. Like my playing of Mario is well, and it is.
I
got some game in the Mario world, ladies and gentlemen.
They actually upgraded the Ninja Scroll game at Scandia. It's dope.
I know. I played that. It's fun.
I wrapped Hardy's bone in this sweater one like last year for Christmas.
Is that
on Boxing Day at my mom's because we were all like hungover and just hanging out, and then he like chewed the shit out of it.
Wrapped Hardy's bone?
Well, because he's got that little squishy bone that he likes, so I like tied it, and I thought it would distract him for a bit. And
you don't need to explain.
So I mean, I don't know. You asked me on the pre-cast on Facebook.
Yes.
What I do like about Christmas, because you were asking me, do I put the Christ back into Christmas? I said, well, I'm not religious, but I barely even care about Christmas.
Okay.
Right. We're doing this because it's December 1st.
It's December 1st today.
We're getting into it.
Happy December 1st, everybody.
Like I don't.
We're 19 days away from the big day.
Matthew has joined us. There's a lot about Christmas that I don't enjoy.
We're 19 days away from the big day. Do you understand that?
See, I don't. No, I don't.
December 1st. We're 19 days away.
I do have holidays coming up, which is nice.
When do your holidays begin?
Off next Saturday. So Friday's my last day, and I have 2 weeks off. 17 days. Booyah! And I come back for Christmas Eve, work Christmas Eve, and then I got Christmas and Boxing Day off. Booyah! Who scheduled that?
You didn't understand. I said it's December 1st right now.
Oh, see, that's wrong.
It's 19 days to the big day. No, it's not.
See, that's wrong.
Oh, but no, it's not wrong.
Oh, it's not wrong.
19 days.
What's the big day?
Well, you know what?
December 19th.
To some people, Christmas is the highlight of the Decembers. Not me. To me, this year, Rise of Skywalker, baby. Rise of Skywalker, 19 days away. How it all ends.
Jesus.
It's okay. Forever. Star Wars.
I feel like
I got seats for the early show and the late show on the opening night.
I think next time I'm like crazy hungover, or if I'm just really drunk one Sunday morning, we'll do a podcast about that, and I'll just sit here.
Oh, no problem. I can burden the load on that one.
I'll just throw up into a bucket beside you.
I bet you I could talk nonstop for a half hour about Star Wars.
About anything. So Alex Tisnato, one of my best friends. You know what? You're the only one watching. You're my best friend right now. So Alex Tisnato has a comment, says, holidays are bullshit, but they are fun. Disregard this if you're religious, then you're doing it for the right reasons. Boom! Did she open up a can of worms? And that's exactly what we're here to talk about today.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I also, I sent you that picture, but I looked up a bunch of Christmas conspiracies on the 20 minutes I had before you came over. We can talk about that in a bit, but this is the question, right? Actually, one of the conspiracies was saying that it was a conspiracy that Coca-Cola created Santa in 1930. I was like, that's not a fucking conspiracy. They created the
iconic design of
Santa Claus. So every time you see that Santa Claus, you want a Coca-Cola. That's not a conspiracy. No, that's marketing.
I like marketing.
Marketing guy. He understands.
That's true. I do. Do you, when you see Santa Claus,
Bobby Bass has joined us.
Oh my God, Bobby Bass is here.
Hail Trump. Sorry, that was just for Bobby Bass.
Legend.
Rob says yes. Corey Berg has joined us. Yeah, so I mean,
do you want a Coca-Cola when you see Santa Claus?
Nah, I don't drink Coca. Well, actually, I drink Coca-Cola when I have Ryan in. And I will say, I drink Ryan Coke. I don't drink Pepsi, so maybe that's in there.
Maybe,
but
I'm a Pepsi guy.
But yeah, I mean, I think
it's a new generation.
We can't really deny that Christmas is very much a corporate a corporated.
Oh, it's extremely marketed. Yeah, absolutely.
Holiday, right?
Absolutely.
The question is that all it is? Have we been scammed by Christmas? Has the marketing of Christmas just pulled us in and taken all the tradition out of it? And is it just a skeleton of what it used to be? What does everybody think?
I don't know.
Rob says yes.
Oh, well,
yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Case closed. Podcast over.
All right. 12:07.
Done. That was excellent. Thank you, Rob.
Good.
We cracked the case like Sherlock Holmes. Okay. First off, Jesus Christ was not born on December 25th.
Correct.
So it's a symbolic
like
day.
December 4th or something.
I think it's like more in the summertime.
Also, actually, I'll read this after you go.
Okay. So at the end of the day, there is a culture that has decided to take December 25th and turn it into a centerpiece of something. Now, I look at this and go, okay, it's a good time of year to have a holiday season. I mean, things are gray for a lot of people. It's cold in much of the world. There's snow. The days are shorter. What better time to have a time where the entire culture kind of rallies together and has this, whether it's made up or not, time of enjoyment, encouragement, financial well-being. I think that if you were to go back into the farmer times, the pre-industrial revolution, winter's like, okay, we got all stored our stuff up for winter, and it's a pretty quiet time. But we live in a capitalist society now, and so because of that capitalist society, they're like, hey, you know what? We got to get something going in the wintertime, man. Holy cow. Hey, you Christians, hey, you wanna celebrate the birth of your Savior in the best time that we need to give an economic jump to society? Let's do this. And then they go, hey, Coca-Cola, come on over. You wanna retool that Father Christmas guy from the Netherlands? Is that where he's from? He's from the Netherlands? No.
Turkey.
He's from Turkey?
St. Nicholas goes all the way back to Turkey.
Why did I think that he was from the Netherlands? Or Sweden?
And hey, so, oh man, I just don't want to jump around this.
Is there a Swedish Santa?
So 2 things before we move on. Rob was saying yes to you talking about Star Wars, not saying yes to Christmas being bullshit.
The case is back open.
So we would just like to clarify.
The case is back open.
He's not taking a stance on Christmas. Charlie says, I feel Christmas started out as this religious tradition, but evolved into the commercialism and marketing strategy it is today. Welcome to the conversation, Charlie. No, I'm just kidding.
Welcome.
What'd you do?
Just trying to put this down really quiet.
Oh, I thought you pulled something for a second. I was like, been there, my friend.
If I pulled it,
I'm just kidding, Charlie. It's a really good point, and that's that is what we're talking about, though.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe we did need an economic boost. I think from where Christmas was to where it is today, though, it has lost something, and I'm not religious, so not that I'm upset that
we're talking about the tradition of Christmas.
I'm just talking about it in general, even the religious part of it, right?
Okay.
And we have kind of gotten away from the religious part, which, I mean, it's what like the meaning of Christmas is. And that gets us to our first conspiracy. So there's a conspiracy on the religious side of Christmas. Ready for this?
Yep.
That Santa is actually Satan. Anyone else heard this?
God damn.
And if you rearrange the letters in Santa, you can spell Satan.
That's an old SNL joke. Dana Carvey playing the church lady did that on Saturday Night Live in like 1986, 87.
Well, a lot of these conspiracy videos I watched are a big joke. So
it could have been 1988.
But so the idea being that Satan dresses like Santa. Also, Santa, magical powers, flies around, never ages.
Does Santa have magical powers, or do his reindeer have magical powers? And he just
maybe he gave the reindeer
piggybacks off them reindeer
powers. If he's Satan, he probably gave them magical powers.
Satan can do that?
I'm assuming.
Okay.
He's got to have some sort of power. He runs the entire underworld.
That's true.
All right. But Satan is just here to distract you from worshiping Jesus.
Oh.
See? It's a big distraction. And that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. I mean,
what do you think about that?
Our friends, the Jehovah's Witnesses, have taken care of that. They don't celebrate any holidays for that very reason. They don't want to take any focus off of God.
That's why they have so much more time to go door to door.
That's true.
Yeah.
If you're not celebrating any holidays,
not running around on Black Friday, you're going door to door on Black Friday, realizing that no one's home because they're at the mall.
Yeah. And speaking of holidays, like Black Friday, that showed up in our lifetimes. Black Friday was not around when we were kids. When we were kids, Canada actually jumped on that bandwagon first with Boxing Day sales. You know, A&B Sound.
Yeah.
The day after Christmas. Now go buy more stuff, right? And then over the last, I don't know, what do you think? 10 years, 15 years? Somebody can Google me wrong. But the Black Friday phenomenon.
Can someone fact not fact check us, but check? I want to know how many people have died in Black Friday sales. There's got to be a statistic for that.
Mm-hmm.
Or like deaths and injuries.
If I had a pirate ship, I'd call it the Black Friday.
So you don't even need Pete as a producer. We can just get people that are watching. There's 9 people. One person can Google that for us.
Who needs Pete as a producer?
Who needs Pete? We need Pete, actually.
We do.
Who's got 2 thumbs? Who's got 4 thumbs and needs Pete? These guys.
These guys here.
These guys right here.
We need Pete. Call him Handsome Pete. It's an ironic name.
So yeah, magical elf dust is what makes reindeer fly. Oh, thanks, Rob.
Right.
Charlie's on it. I saw it in a movie.
I gotta watch Elf.
Rob,
you have Disney Plus yet?
No.
Oh man, it's rad.
That's part of your Star Wars podcast. Just put that gun in the holster.
Put that blaster in its case.
Santa is Satan. That's one.
Okay.
The other is that Frosty the Snowman was made from black magic. That's why he has coal for eyes. And that hat is actually black magic. And in the song, it says he was as live as he could be, meaning that he's not actually alive. He's like a demon. He's alive as he could be.
Frosty the Snowman's a fucking golem.
Yeah, man. And then saying like, "Oh, I'll be back one day. Don't worry, I'll be back one day." All those evil things come back one day. Like it, he's coming back one day.
Like you better watch out. I'm coming back for you one day.
I don't know, man. I didn't finish the conspiracy video because you showed up.
Right.
Since 2006, 11 people have died and more than 100 have been injured in Black Friday related incidents. But what's behind these numbers? This year, the National Retail Federation estimates
there's a National Retail Federation?
Yes.
I want to join that federation. I want to be a lieutenant commander in the
million Americans. Okay. So
that's a federation I can get
114.6 million Americans, more than 50% of the country's adult population, will participate in Black Friday shopping.
What?
Woo! CBC as the source. Good job.
Did you buy anything
Charlie.
on Black Friday?
No, God, no.
I bought a trip to California.
I would. Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I was working and I drove past the mall and I was like, Jesus! It was like 7:00.
Yeah.
It was some crazy shit.
Maybe tomorrow's Cyber Monday.
So
maybe you and I should book trips to Las Vegas together.
Yeah. Hey, money is a part of that.
Yeah.
So this is where I withdraw and get a little cringy when it comes to Christmas. So I have many existential crises. Crises?
Crisis,
as you know, right?
We
know this. This is a Colin Palmier thing. I've tried to be rational and pull back. I feel like I pull back too much sometimes.
Yeah?
And I'm like, look at us little ants running around.
I think you should let it go. Like Frozen says.
I knew you were going to make a Frozen reference.
My granddaughter loves Frozen. We're watching it on Disney Plus. You want to also watching Star Wars? Want to watch this morning? The Last Jedi. Me and my granddaughter this morning.
So sometimes
she had an Elsa doll
during the holiday season,
right?
Even because I go and I got to buy a couple gifts here and there. I don't buy a lot, like the kids usually, the nieces and nephews.
Do you buy for your girl?
I buy my girl something.
Do you buy her something comfortable?
No, not anymore.
Do you buy her jewels?
Can we?
All right.
Could we?
Who wants to know what Colin gets?
What I'm saying. Well, first of all, I can tell you that. No, my point is when I'm in the mall and I see, it's like I feel like cattle being herded.
Oh, I hate the expectation. I hate the expectation.
Just looking at everyone and everyone looks stressed and panicked and it's like, are we even enjoying ourselves anymore? Like, what is the percentage of people that really love Christmas, and what is the percentage of people that are just going through the motions, going, "Fuck this holiday"?
Okay, and what are the percentage of people that had a beautiful, beautiful experience of Christmas and an ideal of Christmas when they were a kid, and they're trying to just recreate that now, but they just can't do it because they're no longer a child?
Like a drug addict just trying to chase that first high.
Chase the dragon, man.
Yeah, they're just chasing the dragon.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Do more heroin.
I mean, there's also, here's just World of Grey just came to me. Also, I'm sure some parents, if they weren't raised in the most wealthy environment, maybe they're doing better. Maybe they're just like trying to live vicariously through their kids. Now for something along the same lines. It's not something totally different. So there's a website.
Okay. When
I quickly started just kind of seeing people's opinions on the holidays, there's an entire website, www.whychristmasisbullshit.com.
Of course there is.
He's a very angry man. It's literally just a list. It's a whole website.
Bullshit.
There's no other. There's no other. Yeah, there's no other. I don't think so. Yeah. Oh, and you can add stuff, which no one has. There is no other like menu or pages to this. It's just a giant list of why Christmas is
so mad.
Bullshit.
This guy's so mad. It's a huge list.
I wonder if it's satire because it's hilarious.
One says bullet points.
One says Jesus was born in 4 BC. Yeah, 4 years before Christ. Work on that one. Or work that one out.
Yeah, this guy just needs a hug. A Christmas hug.
A Christmas hug with our Christmas sweaters. There's a really
I would give him a Christmas hug.
Oh yeah, the first one is Christmas is a retail period dictated to people by retailers, newspapers, television, the internet, just the internet in general, advertisers, and generally any happy-go-lucky motherfucker around.
That'd be me. I'm one of those guys.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So www.whychristmasisbullshit.com. If you need a good laugh today, I would go to that website. He's going to get more views than he's ever had. We're going to triple his views with the
World of Gray effect.
The World of Gray effect. That's right. The WOG effect.
The WOG effect.
Are you WOG?
Yes.
Are you WOG?
I'm
That's
woke.
what I was trying to do before. Are you WOG?
We've made
Black
that joke
Friday
before.
and Boxing Day sales are a lot of people saying bullshit in these comments. So this is what I'm saying. I guarantee you, a way larger percentage of people that participate in the holiday of Christmas hate it than love it. Overall, if you had a gamut survey of all the parts of Christmas, overwhelmingly people would say fuck it. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm reading someone's comment.
Yeah.
Not to do that. I will never do that to you again. That's the last time. That was rude.
First off, I don't believe you. Second off, I don't care. It's fine.
Black Friday and Boxing Day sales are bullshit. They jack up the normal prices and then put them on sale, and then they bring in old shitty electronics for great. I can see that. Crazy good deal for door crashes. This is very few actual good deals out there. I mean, yeah, that makes sense to me.
Hey, if you're getting an $8 DVD player, you done good.
I agree with Rob. Pete agrees with Rob.
Everyone agrees with Rob.
You know, so Val. Oh, hey, Val from the Y. She's watching. This is crazy.
Val from the Y.
So Val's gonna have a comment here, and I'm gonna read this out. But one thing I was saying to someone going around those crazy Black Friday sales, like I got Jan a Google Home on like Cyber Monday online.
Yeah,
they're like the same deals, and it just came to my house.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do anything. So like, if you, I don't know, I'm not.
I love the energy, I love the energy of Christmas. I don't love the. I love the positive energy of Christmas. I love when people are like excited and kind of adrenaline and jacked up. I love it. It's so much fun. I do not enjoy when people get stressed out beyond all imagination and lonely and sad and all that. I think there's a yin to the yang. There was a stat that I heard years and years and years ago that more suicides occur around Christmas season than any other time of year, or at least they spike. I don't know. I'm talking a little bit out of my ass, but that's what I heard for a long time.
Charlie, fact check him. No, but. Or Pete, I think Pete's still watching. Pete, fact check him.
Yeah, Pete, you Googled suicide. Just kidding.
That was dark.
Thank you.
That was funny as shit. I'm sorry Pete was on the other end of that, but that was funny as shit. You can't say it about Charlie because he's a kid.
No.
It's a sensitive thing, right?
No.
That was crazy. That was funny. That was a joke, everyone. He was
totally
joking.
Joke. I love
funny.
Handsome Pete.
And if you don't think
ironic name, but I love him all the same.
And if you don't think that's fun, first of all, Pete probably thought that was funny. And if you don't think that's funny, that's the far end of the political correctness thing that we're talking about. Too far. Because that was hilarious. And subtle. It was subtle until I made it a big thing. So Val's on your side here. Val works for the Y. I absolutely love Val. She's like the best soul. So this is the person you want commenting for this side of the argument. And to preface, I'm saying there's probably a huge amount that hate it, but it could be bullshit. We talk about echo chambers. I'm sure a lot of people that I know that are in my echo chamber just have the same cynical view as me. So we could all just think it's bullshit because of that.
Right.
Val saying that she really does like the hustle and bustle in the malls. Okay.
Yeah.
And I get it. If you like Christmas, it's like got that spirit and everyone's like, doo-doo.
Yeah.
She says like, most people are in good moods, right? Most are just trying to buy the perfect gift for someone. For me, it's a part of the season. I totally understand how overwhelming it must be for some people, but it's a part of the season for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, hey, if you're a diehard Christmas person, I'm sure you like it. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I was saying, I don't go to the mall.
It's not a wrong
often,
thing. It's a personal preference thing. Right. But I hope that you're doing your personal preference out of for fun rather than expectation. See, expectation sucks. I'll tell you how I Christmas shop.
See how I did that?
Oh yeah, you're. Did
you guys hear that?
No,
exactly.
You heard nothing. Exactly. You heard nothing. Couldn't even hear the liquid going down your gullet. Notice that it's not in a clear beverage container. You want to know why? Yeah. You don't want to know why. I'll just say.
Tell you what, I like the holiday season.
I'll leave it at that. No, you know what? When I Christmas shop, okay, there's a couple expectations where it's like I know I have to get this person something, but very few.
Yeah.
When I Christmas shop, I just walk around and I'll do it any time of the year. Like I'm a gift guy. I love random gifts. And I'll look around and if something jumps out at me and says this person, like does it spark joy for this person? Does it make you think of this person? I immediately grab it and I'm excited about it. And then there are some people who just don't get Christmas presents that year because nothing inspired me for it. Sorry guys. And 5 languages of love test. That's what you're looking up right now.
Yeah, so the reason I'm looking this up, I didn't think you'd call me out on it before I actually got there. The reason is so one other point I have for the season, and why I'm saying some people might like it and some people don't. So for me, my love language is very much like experience and like touch and like personal closeness. And this is why I'm really bad with bubbles. You know what I mean?
I like your bubbles.
But some people like to give and receive gifts. This is an actual language of love.
I have that book on my shelf in my office right now.
Excellent. So can you, well then I don't need this. What are the 5 languages of love?
Yeah, I can't tell you that. I can tell you the 6 basic human needs and I get those.
Shouldn't talk out your ass then.
No, I shouldn't do it.
Keep talking.
Okay. He's going to go over the 5 love languages. I know the 6 basic human needs, and they're similar to each other. One is just a little fluffier than the other.
Why do we have to keep having quizzes? Just tell me what they are.
Well, why don't you put what are the 5 love languages?
That's what I
with a question mark.
Oh.
Yeah. Love with a question mark. This is Googling at its finest.
I'm actually on Yahoo right now.
This is a real compliment to Pete saying that he can do this because you can't even do this. You can't even Google and talk at the same time. And I can't talk about other things to fill in for you. I have to stoop down to I've had to stoop down to calling you out.
I'll get
getting people to make fun of you.
Hold on. We got a whole thing here.
Whoa.
Okay, Pete's question is kind of like what I really like, so I'm going to get to that as well.
Fact checked.
Charlie, the Center of this is awesome. The Center of Disease Control and Prevention and the National Center of Health Statistics report that suicide rates in the United States are the lowest during the winter months and the highest in the summer and spring.
See, I just perpetrated bullshit.
Fact checked.
Thank you, Chucky.
Fact checked. So it's not Chucky, it's the ref.
No, it's you call him Chucky.
Oh,
I call
I see.
anybody who
okay.
Charlie.
Sorry, I thought you got him confused with Chucky Lee.
No.
Thanks, Charlie. So Chisholm was wrong. It's actually worse in the summer. All the drugs, probably. Man. I blame drugs.
Do you?
I'm a big Reagan fan.
You blame drugs.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Ronald Reagan.
Let's think of other
that
verbs.
Was a joke. Do you know me at all?
Ronald Reagan, war on drugs. No, I'm saying let's think of a better verb. Instead of I blame drugs, think of a better verb. A better middle word.
I do drugs.
Okay, well, that's pretty on the nose.
Well, I used to do drugs. Well, I mean, I still do, but I used to too.
Okay,
so Rob,
you're not supposed to expand.
Rob says,
you're supposed to change.
I think it's funny.
I love drugs. There's one.
I think it's funny that people go out and fight over whatever they're trying to buy the day after giving. Thanks for the things that. Thanks for the things they already have. It's funny. Yeah, that's a good point. Like we just received all this stuff. Now let's all go out and fight each other for more stuff.
Yeah,
gluttony at its finest.
You know what? That doesn't grammatically work for every verb. So. I blame drugs. I do drugs. I love drugs.
What are you doing over there?
Are
you on drugs?
No.
Is that what's going on here?
I pivot drugs. Pivot is a verb, but it doesn't make sense grammatically, does it? I pivot drugs. I'm trying to think of other verbs.
I'm reading comments. I'm not even listening to you at this point. Pete, you guys really need me.
I precipitate.
That's
drugs.
probably true. Hey, Pete or Charlie, we're just gonna delegate this. If you could look up the 5 love languages for me and just point for them in the comments. So Val is saying it is a fine line between societal expectations for money spending, for dollar amount spending, and buying something for someone because you think it's perfect for them. It can be easy to get caught in the money spending trap. The pressure can be heavy and the demand can be high. So that's a good point because gift giving is the Sheldon, right?
Yes,
totally. The Sheldon thing. It's reciprocal. So yes. And hey, me and Jen do it. We try to buy the same priced items for each other. Like we try to get.
But you make a game of it?
Well, no, it's not necessarily a game. It's like receipts? A subconscious. No, it's like a subconscious or a challenge competition, right?
Okay.
We want to she gives me something, and I want to make sure it's equally as good. And then we're capitalists, so we go by dollars.
Many times, my goal is to get a tier for my wife. If I can get a tier,
we're actually gonna have so much fun when Pete's here. Because that third dynamic of us to him and him back to us,
and he won't have a microphone.
But you'll be able to hear him. It's not going to be hard to hear him.
Let's just smoke him in the mouth.
Thanks, Rob. We got 3 people helping us out here. Actually, it's not true. Pete's just saying that we need him, but he hasn't helped once. Words of affirmation
Kevin
is
Jeffries
1.
Is on the
touch
line.
is 1. Gifts and time is 1. And I can't remember. Oh, okay. So he gave us 3. Not bad though. We'll take it.
That's over 50%. Just like him as a producer. Yeah, he's over 50%.
Charlie's trying to take Pete's job. Carrie has joined us. It's
about
time. I told him.
The name Palm Tree, when I first saw it, I was like.
Thought it was a wrestling gimmick?
Not
bad.
Different topic. Not wrestling. Thought it was a different type of gimmick.
Oh, like a stripper gimmick?
Yeah.
Carrie, Mike thought you were a stripper.
No. I just thought you had a stripper name.
I told my
girl with a stripper name. My wife's name is Candy.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's right.
Not her actual name.
Candy?
It's just what she calls herself when she strips. I told my 14-year-old that we would have a present-free Christmas next year because his list is actually ridiculous. He didn't like that idea. It's up to us as a society, as a collective, that's parentheses, to try and keep things under control. And that's hard when you're fighting against the consumerism system. Great point. So
absolutely.
We're trying to teach kids. Well, and this was the other thing when it got into the conspiracy world. It was saying that actually, it's in the Why Christmas is Bullshit list. And he's saying it's a global conspiracy to...
Actions of love, words of affirmation. Those are the last 2.
Perfect.
Thanks,
words of affirmation were on there.
Oh.
Good try.
Good try, Leash.
Good try, Leash. But that's what one of was saying is like a conspiracy where we lie to our kids to make their behavior better all year, saying that you have to be good or you're not going to get anything, and we spoil the shit out of them regardless. But that's the thing is when kids just have are we taking the time to teach our kids the meaning of what they get? And it just becomes this thing where we just expect all these gifts at Christmas. And what Val's talking about, especially 14 when hormones are crazy and you want, it can just get so hard to teach your kids to not go over the edge with their expectations of what they want when you have the machine of Christmas marketing just pushing them at you want this and get this today and everybody wants you want. Yeah, I do fucking want.
What do you want?
I want it now. I don't want anything. I'm 31. I want to not spend a bunch of money on December.
Carrie Palm Tree. Hey.
Charlie and Pete are fighting over the fact checker job. Charlie's winning so far. So Kevin Jeffries has joined us and he might be gone already, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm sure he is. He makes a brief appearance and then he vanishes.
Carrie, top fan. Even though Mike thought you were a stripper, she's a top fan. Jeff has joined us.
I didn't think she was a stripper. I thought she had a name.
Sounds like it.
Like a stripper.
Fast checker Charlie. The rivalry between Pete and Charlie. Stay tuned for the next World of Grey to see who will be our producer of the World of Grey podcast. Will it be Pete? Will it be Charlie? Stay tuned to find out.
So tell me about your average Christmas when you were a boy. Do you have fond memories of Christmas?
Oh, I loved Christmas.
Me too.
Holy man. But
me too.
Kid call-in and adult call-in are so unbelievably different and almost opposite.
I don't think Kid Mike ever let go of the reins.
Well, I'm not saying I don't act like a kid. I'm like House. I got the brain of an 8-year-old.
I am.
And I do surgeries on people. No, I'm just kidding.
House surgery.
Not on the books anyway.
I'm a gigantic child.
So my
100% gigantic.
I couldn't sleep the night before Christmas and blah blah blah. But you know what? Looking back on it, I was a spoiled little shit.
Yeah,
of course.
Were you materialistic?
Well, on Christmas I was.
Were you the kid that would scream and yell if you didn't get what you wanted?
No.
I wasn't that kid either. I was very grateful, but my parents my mom, my dad too, but my mom, holy, she would go all out. I was a GI Joe collector, and she would every year try and just top the GI Joe orgy of toys on December 25th. I loved it so much.
Do you think that's where you get that language of love, is because your mom was expressing love through gifts?
I get love through everything.
No, but you already admitted to that being a thing, that you like
very
giving
much so.
gifts. Do you think that's because of that childhood experience?
I love putting a smile on people's faces, and if I can buy somebody something that, like, child, adult, whatever, and just like blow them away, that's like the best feeling in the world. I'd rather do that than receive. It is better to give than receive. Fact checked. That is not a Christmas conspiracy. It is better to give than receive. That part, 100% true.
I will actually. We got a couple more comments. I love our community. Community is
diverse, and growing and dynamic.
We're getting quite the
10% better looking every week.
So I'm gonna get positive about Christmas right after these comments. So stay tuned. Colin's getting positive. Nate, my friend Nate, it's Jordan's brother. They were both, and so Nate is commenting. He was raised Jehovah's Witness. His mom's a Jehovah's Witness. Yep. So being raised as a Jehovah's Witness, I'm not anymore. Really helped me place not as much into the gifts around Christmas time. Mm-hmm. Now for me, it's about spending time with family and friends more than anything. And that perfectly segues into my positive rant about why I do enjoy Christmas. So I have a
rant.
A fairly... sometimes I've told you this before, but sometimes I'm just talking and then like you're there and we're going back and forth, but I miss all your little quips. I know. And then I watch it back and I just laugh. I don't know if anyone else laughs at it.
No, I'm not funny.
Fucking laughed. You are funny, but humble at the same time. That's what I enjoy about Christmas. I miss that, and that's one I'll laugh at later. So that's a Christmas gift for me. I have a fairly big family, and they all live in Kelowna, other than my sister. And I don't always see my half brother. I don't like saying half brother. He's my brother. I don't always see my brother because he's got a big family on that side.
What did you do to your sister that she doesn't come back home for Christmas?
Who knows, man? I let her dress me up as a girl when I was a child. So, and by let her, I mean she did it, and I was too young to really stop.
My sister did that to me too.
She wanted a sister.
Me and my little brother, we've got pictures of dresses and makeup and all that.
Probably why I'm a little feminine. But I have a fairly big family, and Christmas is the time where we actually get to all come together and hang out. Sometimes it doesn't always work, but I have me and my other 3 cousins. Like I have obviously a bunch of other cousins, right? But I have 3 cousins where the 4 of us were like really inseparable.
Were you a gang?
We were younger, kind of cool. This is where this is how I got really into wrestling, right? We came up with characters and we'd wrestle on the trampoline, and then I'd hurt everybody and we'd have to go inside.
Yep.
But Brandon's a year younger than me. Jeremy and Mitchell are 4 years younger than me, I believe. Mitchell and Brandon are brothers, and then me and Jeremy are cousins.
Were you the leader of the younger kids? Like, would they look up to you and you like kind of took that role?
Maybe in some aspects, but I think
made them initiation.
It was like tasks. 4 kids that were strong-headed kids, and we all wanted. The hard thing was like when we play hockey, it was always me and Mitchell because Brandon and Mitchell could never team up, so me and Jeremy never got to really team up. And then me and Brandon were always so much older, it wasn't really fair.
Yep.
Which is cool. I love Mitchell. Mitchell's also like the best dude, man.
Yeah.
So is Jeremy and Brandon.
I thought you told me that Sergio's the best dude.
Sergio's a good dude.
Okay, that's good.
Jeremy actually fractured one of the bones in his foot. His tibia, I think. No, it's fibia. One of the smaller ones in the shin.
Did they have a fundraiser benefit?
What? Who had a fundraiser benefit?
No, I'm asking if they had a fundraiser benefit
for him breaking his foot.
Yeah,
I'm not getting this joke.
I was.
I thought there was an inside joke. No,
was there a fundraiser for him?
No, because we have Universal Medical, so he just went to the doctor and they just booted him.
See,
he's free. Man.
See, America.
Stop paying for shit.
See, America.
But I don't know.
This healthcare message brought to you by your friends at the World of Grey podcast.
So I'll go back to
no fundraiser necessary.
I'll go back to my family time
Canada
in a second. Charlie's just talking shit.
Alex Draper's on. I saw Alex Draper last night at Wings. They have a waitress at Wings.
Oh, here we go.
Who's an MMA fighter.
Acts of service, words of affirmation, receiving gifts, spending time, and personal touch. Cool. Yeah, so I'm definitely I like touch. That sounds weird. I like to be touched. You know what? It doesn't sound weird. I like being touched.
Me too.
In any way possible.
Yeah, me too.
Actually, I even like getting hit. That's what I like about wrestling. I like when we hit each other and we just like, oh, I'm like, oh, fuck, that hurt. Yeah. That sounds weird too.
That's so primal.
No one's ever gonna.
That is so primal.
No one's ever gonna want to work me again. Like Colin gets off on this shit. I don't think we can.
That is so primal that you like that in that way, and it causes you to
have concussions. I wish I wouldn't have so many concussions because I just want to get hit again.
Yeah,
it's getting weird.
What about when you get hit like with a chop?
That's so Charlie. I mean, Charlie has family too. So he's distant from his entire family. So I just spend time with the people I value most. And you know what? You know what's cool about this is, and I don't really know Charlie's situation because I don't want to get into people's personal life. But Charlie's is part of the wrestling family, right?
Yeah,
he really is. And a lot of us we're a big family, and I think pro wrestlers are a band of misfits that have something wrong with them.
Well, usually. It's a Carney thing though. Like Carneys were like that too, right? And wrestling came out of Carneys.
So Charlie, don't worry about it, my friend. You hang out with us. You are family.
Yeah, Chuck. I call him Chuck Sheen.
And look at our community. Val is saying her too, and with her Charlie, and you're like connecting.
I love it, man.
I'm gonna get emotional.
I wonder if our podcast has ever caused a date. That's going to be great when that happens. That's going to be great when that happens.
Not between Val and Charlie, though. Val's
a little older. I'm just saying. Don't judge much. Jesus.
Just
who cares, man? Sometimes people like their May-December romances.
Maggie has joined us. Tyler has joined us. David has joined us. Whew. There's a lot of people
I married an
older
woman.
Now.
I did it. Married an older
She's
woman.
Like, what, 3 years older than you?
No, she's like 4 years older.
Whoa!
She reminds me of it all the time, and she reminds other people of it all the time. But you want to hear something crazy?
Always.
Her sister, who is 10 years older than her, married a man younger than me.
Was his nickname Cougar Meat?
No.
Yeah, you know why? Because I made that shit up.
Yeah, you made up Cougar Meat.
OG. In
meat.
like 20 years, someone will come across my videos on a VHS. Cougar Meat, and they'll put it. Okay, I have no videos on VHS, but they will steal that gimmick in 20 years. Someone's like, "It's a fucking great gimmick," and then they'll steal it, and I'll be like, "Yeah, but
what if cougars aren't a thing anymore in 20 years? Can you imagine if cougars weren't a thing anymore?"
Yeah, I was just thinking that as I was saying it.
That's terrible. That's a terrible thought.
Back on track. So for me, I really enjoy just spending time with family. Our whole family is slowly like slowed down on the gifts. Like my dad never asked for anything. I don't ask for anything from his side. I usually buy my mom a little.
Are you
something.
Easy to buy for or hard to buy for?
I'm hard to buy. Well, I'm easy to buy for if you're okay with just not getting me something. But I can be hard to buy for because I know this sounds like hippy dippy and like holier than thou, but I'm really not materialistic. I just not where I spend my money. It's not what I care about. Jen has to force me to buy new clothes.
Yeah,
like I just don't care about that stuff. I'm not saying I don't waste money at times. Like I go out and I go to like pubs and have food with friends, and like that's where I waste most of my money. Like if I had to say like, hey, where should I stop spending so much money? Oh, I'm doing Trump.
I just put my glass down and nobody had any idea.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I loved it, man. You're just killing it today. After that, I yelled at you. Sometimes you have to yell at people. That's the thing. Sometimes people need to be lectured. No, I'm just kidding.
What love language is that one?
It's not a love language.
Oh, that's hate speech.
That's hate speech. I gotta watch that.
Do you want love language or hate speech?
I will say
next week on the World of Grey.
Hey, I like it. Next, you're fucking around with what I was trying to say.
We should do
there is some Christmas where I'm like, hey, I really like. I'll help Jen out. Actually, I wanted those Beats headphones. That was it. I haven't.
Oh, you were very happy
for years, and I was like, all I want is these fucking Beats headphones because I want them for the gym. Because every time I would deadlift and I'd have my weight belt on, my fucking cord for my headphones would be in there, and I'd go to do my deadlift, and my fucking headphones would pop out of my ear.
Also,
and I would throw my lift off.
Sure, but the aesthetic quality of those Beats is also
they look pretty
on point. Those things look awesome. They feel good to wear. They feel good to even just look at. And
Ian has joined us.
Yo, Ian.
So we've gone through a lot today when it comes to the holiday season. One thing that has been coming up a bit is that you hear Trump talk about is that we're no longer, or in the States, that's the thing. They're no longer allowed to say Merry Christmas. What do you think about that?
See, okay, this is where I think Christmas has changed. Christmas used to be a big part of the schools, and maybe it still is. I don't know, but we used to sing Christmas songs and like have full on Christmas, like Christ Christmas. Like we'd sing Silent Night, for example. We'd sing all these things, and we would it was really, really a part of the entire culture, including the school system. So talk about indoctrination or whatever. I don't know if they're indoctrinating kids into that the way that they did me and probably you as well.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, from a cultural standpoint, it's a disconnect, which sucks because maybe Alara. Well, you know what? I think Alara.
From your perspective, though, from your cultural perspective,
I think, but I think cultural disconnects suck.
But if Christmas is not a part of everyone's culture, just playing devil's advocate. I don't have a dog in this fight. I really don't give a shit. I don't have kids. But if it's not a part of everyone's culture, why are we forcing it on the mass? Like that's up to you.
That's a completely different question.
That's up to you to teach your daughter about Christmas.
Yes,
I think school is where we should teach critical thinking and where we should, teach kids things that they actually need for life and not pump so much. Like you're saying, we shouldn't indoctrinate them into cultural biases. We could teach them about Christmas. This is Christmas, and this is the culture, and this is the history, and this is the people that celebrate it, and Christianity. And then here's the Jewish holiday of Hanukkah, and blah, blah, blah. And here's other ones that I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, let's teach all of them. Now, I will say the whole, like, Trump's really jumped on this. Oh, we're not allowed to say Merry Christmas. That's not true. No one said you're not allowed to. But a lot of people are saying this, and this is something that needs to be talked about. Is no one saying you can't? Is it better to, if you're not sure of someone's religion, to maybe just either say Happy Holidays or nothing? Yeah, it would be a respectful thing to do. Are you not allowed to say Merry Christmas to somebody that you know that loves Christmas?
Right.
Absolutely. Of course you can say Merry Christmas to people that celebrate Christmas.
And they could say, fuck you, that offends me.
Sure.
Okay, Pete's wife said something just now.
Yeah, and then I'll go to Val.
She said not a lot of schools no longer have the Christmas concerts, etc., things like that.
And I don't think I think the schools is like an isolated incident where it gets people to cherry pick that.
Did you ever have a part in a Christmas pageant?
Probably.
I did. I sang a solo, and when I was in kindergarten, I came out as a knight, and I had the wooden sword. And then I don't know why that's part of Christmas. Oh, I think it might have been Nutcracker, actually. So anyways, I came out and I was wearing mittens because I picked my nose, and I didn't want to pick my nose on stage. My mom said, hey, don't pick your nose on stage. And so I wore mittens. So I'm like this one kid in a row of kids with these swords wearing fucking mittens in front of everybody. Now, more. Not only that.
Where was the script supervisor?
Mom, look at this, Mom. I can't pick my nose. As we're all assembling before the song began. True fucking story.
I blame your script supervisor.
I blame schools for not creating memories like that anymore for people.
So Val has a perfect comment for the World of Grey podcast.
And now it's there.
And she added an ugh, which is how I feel about a lot of things when I read them. There's no war on Christmas. No one is stopping people from saying Merry Christmas, but if you want to say Happy Holidays instead, that is okay. That's a World
say what you want to say
right there. And I agree with that. And
I say
stop shitting on my beats, you guys. That's not what we're doing here.
Oh, yeah, that's team. That's a different World of Grey podcast where people get into teams based on corporate things that they like. Go watch that one. Or maybe we'll do another one. Though I do love the LA Kings.
We know, Mike. We know.
Got a crown on my back. I told somebody I had a crown on my back last night, and they're like, you're crazy. I'm like, well, I guess maybe. His viewpoint of me when he found out I had a tattoo of a sports logo among 27 other things, his judgment on me, you're crazy.
Well, you are a little crazy. I think all of us are a little crazy. I don't want this podcast to be all negative. There are some points to this holiday season.
Do you like the lights?
Yeah, sure.
I like the lights.
There's parts of this holiday season that I think are great, but that's my point is I think that we should kind of navigate a little bit more into what is important in Christmas. And I'm not saying, hey, don't go buy gifts, but if you are make sure that your kids don't have the disconnect, that they're not appreciative of it, and understand that Christmas isn't the only holiday that's around. Everyone should slow down, enjoy the holidays, take some time off, be with your family, and not get so caught up in the craziness that is the marketability of Christmas, because we are all just a bunch of people living in a society divided by black and white arguments. And during the holiday season, myself and the Flow Mike Chisholm, we're going to stick around to help you explore the World of Grey. Thank you all for joining us. Peace.
Peace and love, YouTube. Peace and love, YouTube. You know what? You're just